Hi, and welcome back to the channel. I am continuing House of the Dragon. This is Season 1, Episode 9, titled The Green Council. So, here we are, the infamous Episode 9, or at least when you look back at Game of Thrones, the 9th episode, usually a pretty big one. Either we got like a big death or several deaths, looking at you, the Red Wedding, or a big battle. I'm so afraid for what's going to happen here. The previous one was a really big episode, and especially when you look at everything that had to do with King Viserys, and now, unfortunately, he's dead. It's something that we've known for a while, that he was on his way out, and me personally, like from episode to episode, I was always like, so is he going to be alive when we get into this one? But now, surely he is dead. It was such a beautiful performance by Paddy Considine. Just give that man all the awards. I'm really, really, really going to miss that character. And especially his performance in that last episode. It was just something truly special. I think George R. R. Martin even said out loud and like sent a message to Paddy saying that your Viserys is better than my Viserys. Like, you did a better job than I could have ever hoped for, and you made the character so much more than what I had envisioned, and that's just, just goes to show like how much an actor really can do in a role, and when they really inhabit that role, and he definitely did that. Just that dinner scene in the throne room, just truly spectacular. But just when things were about to, it looked like things were about to get better, and especially between Rhaenyra and Alicent. The kids still, there's a lot of contention there. And then the last scene happened with Viserys talking about Song of Ice and Fire, the prince that was promised, Aegon's dream, all of that. He thought, most likely, that he was talking to Rhaenyra. But no, it was Alicent, and she completely misunderstood all of that, thought that he was talking about Prince Aegon, their son, and took it as, okay, well, he has to become the new king, because that is Viserys' last wish, which we know is not the case, us as viewers. But I think that was just the excuse that Alicent was looking for, because she thought that maybe, I'm out of options here, and with what happened, what went down, and Rhaenys sort of supporting Rhaenyra, and the kids are going to marry. But now, with what Viserys said, I think that's what this episode is going to be about, or that's at least going to be a big part of it, and why it is called the Green Council, is that we're going to get the Green Dragons together, and they're going to talk about the succession and how they can, get rid of Rhaenyra, but at least how they can put Aegon on that throne. And I'm just really nervous and excited about what's going to happen now in this story. But before I get into the reaction, I do want to tell you guys about our Patreon page, where you can watch full-length reactions, sync it up with your own copy of the episode. I've also been doing She-Hulk and Rings of Power. All of those are up on Patreon right now, my reaction to those two series. Also started Cowboy Bebop. Those are going to be coming out on YouTube. There's going to be both full-length reactions and early reactions, early cut-down reactions. You can go and check those out right now, at least for the first couple of episodes. And also, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like, comment, all that good stuff. And now, let's get into this. Here we go.
I saw him last night. He told me he wished for Aegon to be king.
No, he did not.
What is it that could not await an hour? Was Dawn invaded?
The king is dead.
Shouldn't be making jokes, buddy. And yes, I get it. I know, like, he's been on the council for a long while. I thought it was his asshole brother in the previous reaction, and I just didn't really notice him.
With his last breath, he impressed upon the queen his final wish, that his son, Aegon, should succeed him.
Come on. Someone must question this.
Then we may proceed now with the full assurance of his blessing on our long-laid plans.
Yes, There is much to be done, as we've previously discussed. Now,
Wait, what?
there are 2 among the captains of the City Watch that remain loyal to...
They've discussed this shit.
I have known Viserys longer than any who sit at this table, and I will not believe that he said this. It is treason, at the least!
Mind your tongue, Lyman.
Which of you here can swear that he died of his own accord?
Which of us are you accusing of regicide, Lord Beesbury?
Whether it was one of you or all of you, I care not. I will have no part.
The fuck? Why you... Seriously? You just killed the man.
Your sword and remove your cloak, Sir Criston.
What?
I am your Lord Commander, Sir Criston.
No.
Let us have Lord Beesbury removed.
No. The door remains shut until we finish our business.
You're just gonna... Oh, this is so fucked up. Oh, it's really... Damn. Lord Beesbury finally speaking up. And...
You plan to kill them. And all here accede to this.
Your father is correct, Your Grace. A living challenger invites battle and bloodshed.
It is unsavory, yes.
Unsavory?
For any
But the king did not wish for the murder of his daughter. He loved her. I will not have you deny this.
And yet...
One more word and I will have you removed from this chamber and sent to the wall.
Damn, Alicent. I like how you're standing up for all, like, but still...
Lord Commander Westerling, take your knights to Dragonstone. Be quick and be clean.
No. He will not do this. Nope, yeah. Fuck this.
I recognize no authority but the king's. And until there is one, I have no place here.
Yes. But now Kristen Cole is gonna become Lord Commander.
Where is Aegon?
Not here.
He's not in his rooms.
Where is he?
Father...
He's gonna be such a shit king. I actually didn't know that he and Helena, they already had children.
Your father.
There is a beast beneath the boards.
Oh,
Oh, my dearest love.
that's what she said during the dinner.
None can know who you are or what you seek.
Including the Queen.
My lord.
You scheming
Bring him to me and me alone, Sir Eric.
motherfucker. Oh, he's been wanting this for so long. He's been making plans. Wait, Rhaenys? She's still here?
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, no.
God.
What? Oh, what the hell?
Aegon must be found and he must be brought to me. The very fate of the Seven Kingdoms depends on it.
I'll come with you.
That would not be my desire, Aemond.
Sir Eric isn't the only one who knows Aegon's doings.
Is it gonna come to blows between Cole, Aemond, and then the two brothers? Because we got, like, oh, fuck. Like, the... Otto and Alicent are kind of going against each other here. What the hell? I did not...
He said time to get it wet.
Every woman is an image of the mother, to be spoken of with reverence.
Okay.
I wish you luck, good sir. And my best to your friend. How you've grown.
Okay, then... Where the fuck is he?
I am no oath breaker. I will not bend the knee.
Lord Caswell is not bending the knee either. So what are you gonna do to them? Wow. Fucking oh, okay, and now he bends the knee.
Long live the king.
Cheering?
Down! Come here! Come here! Get in there!
What in the fuck is this?
They have them grow the nails and file the teeth.
Prince Aegon spends many a night in this place. You see now what he is. You've not seen everything.
Not only is he incompetent, he's cruel.
One of many, I'd wager.
And he has sired a bunch of bastards. Of course he has. Of course he had. Oh, this is getting really fucked up, guys.
It is I, the younger brother, who studies history and philosophy. It is I who trains with the sword, who rides the largest dragon in the world. It is I who should be...
Well, that is, like, if it... choices between either of you, then... Okay, Lord Caswell.
Something must be done.
Is he gonna make it out of there?
You'll find no buyers for your wares here.
She's the one following them.
I can take you to Prince Aegon.
She works for
Rather, I'm sent by one who knows where he is.
the White Worm. That whole fighting ring, wow, that is one of the most fucked up things I've seen in this world. No, 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 shit.
He was fleeing from the gate. A warning for the princess, I'd wager.
You did well, Lord Larys.
I'm in my duty, my Lord Hand.
Don't
Spent many hours with the
encourage
Queen
this
of
fuck.
There's no reason those hours cannot, in the end, benefit you.
Just climbing that ladder. I know I already said it, but I'm gonna miss Viserys so much in this show.
Says Rhaenys, I loved my husband, but I will speak the truth, we both know. You should have been queen.
Well, yeah.
I thought to hear those words from you. Viserys would have lived his days a country lord, content to hunt and study his histories, but here we are.
It's in the name of peace that you've imprisoned me. And what of my dragon?
If we are overmatched, Rhaenys will be tempted to strike us and war will ensue.
You are wiser than I believed you to be. And yet you toil still in service to men. Your father, your husband, your son. You desire not to be free, but to make a window in the wall of your prison. Have you never imagined yourself on the Iron Throne?
I will leave you with your thoughts.
And I will leave you with yours. Oh, fuck. Rhaenys, what are you gonna do? What the fuck are you gonna do?
Where's the prince?
He is safely tucked away. I want an end to the savage use of children in Flea Bottom. They are forced to fight and worse.
Okay, I can get on board with this.
There is no power but what the people allow you to take.
I will remember.
Damn, making some moves here. Ooh. Oh. Fuck. Oh, and he's not even gonna...
Where's your brother, huh?
Oh, he's...
Let me go! I have no wish to rule, no taste for duty, I'm not suited.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Got no argument from me.
Well played.
None of this is a game.
Well
And
played.
yet you treat it as one. A charming contest. The prize, a pouch of silver.
She went against him and he's still just proud of her.
Our hearts were never one. I see that now. Rather, I've been a piece that you moved about the board.
If that is true, then I made you queen of the 7 kingdoms. Would you have desired it otherwise?
How could I know? I wanted whatever you impressed upon me to want.
Damn.
No king has ever lived that hasn't had to forfeit the lives of a few to protect the many, though I understand your squeamishness.
Reluctance to murder is not a weakness.
Fuck yes, I listened.
You look so much like your mother in certain lights.
Shut up.
The hour is late, Lord Larys.
What is he going to do now?
I have found out something you should know. There is a web of spies at work in the Red Keep. Along its threads travels news of all our doings. Your father knows this, but has left it in place. More than once it has proved advantageous to those willing to feed the weaver.
Does he have a foot fetish or something?
When the queen dies, the bees fly without purpose. Begging your pardon for the turn of phrase, Your Grace.
I assume this task falls within your expertise.
If you wish it.
This fucking guy. She knows just how to play him. Just show him a couple of feet, some naked toes, and he will do your bidding. Fucking hell, okay. So he's gonna take out the white worm and this whole like web of spies. What I'm really curious about though is, what are you gonna do, Rhaenys? Oh.
With me, Princess. I cannot let this treachery stand.
Wow. Just gonna leave him there. Fucking poor Lord Caswell. Whoop. Okay, there goes the white worm, I'm guessing.
Have the decency to look grateful. Do you know what has been done to give you this day?
He does not want it. At all.
And my father never wanted this.
That's not true.
He had 20 years to name the heir and never did. Steadfastly, he upheld Rhaenyra's claim.
He changed his mind.
No, he did not. Even Aegon knows this.
Your grandfather, the Hand, will try to impress on you that Rhaenyra should be put to the sword. You must reject. You must not rule with cruelty and callousness. For all her faults, she is your sister. You're your father's daughter.
Do you love me?
You imbecile.
You imbecile. Yes, I do. The dragon pit. Ooh. That is what she was looking at, right? She wants to go and get her dragon. Melees?
Today is the saddest of days. Our beloved king, Viserys the Peaceful, is dead.
Viserys the Peaceful.
He whispered his final wish that his firstborn son, Aegon, should succeed him.
How are people going to react? Ugh. What sort of king is he going to be?
May the warrior give him courage.
Time to move.
May the crone lift a shining lamp and light his way to wisdom.
Wow. Lord Commander gets to be the one. That is Aegon the Conqueror's crown. Alright.
Let the seven bear witness. Aegon Targaryen is the true heir to the Iron Throne.
Fucking silence.
Aegon the King!
Now they're cheering. You got what you wanted, Otto. And now this fucking guy actually looks happy about it. You know. Holy what? You just killed so many people. Was that necessary? I don't. Fuck, man. Look at That is one badass dragon. Just keeping people in there. Why are you doing that? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What are you... Dracarys? No? Ooh, could actually fit through those doors. Nice one. Whoa! Excuse me. What a fucking ending. Oh, I just want to watch the next one now. Fuck. Well, there we go. That was episode 9, The Green Council. Usually, right after watching the episode, I'll just start talking about it. But this time around, I just needed a little bit of a break just to let all of it sink in, because so much happened in this episode. So much scheming going on, and it was pretty much like a race for like who could get to Aegon first and influence him going forward. Alicent thought that Viserys, his last wish was for Aegon to be installed on the throne, thereby overthrowing Rhaenyra, and she was, you know, getting the council together and going to discuss this and figure out what to do going forward. Little did she know that Otto and the rest of the council, almost like the rest of the council, they had already planned for this. They had already talked about doing this, getting Aegon on the throne and overthrowing Rhaenyra. The only one who kind of stood up to them was Lord Beesbury, and I thought for a while that he was just slowly losing his marbles. Yes, he's been on the council for a long while, but was just getting old and getting confused. But I really got to hand it to him, standing up to them and being honorable and saying like, no, I know Viserys. This is not what he wanted. What you're doing right now, what you're saying, that is an act of treason. And then he got killed for it. And that was horrible to watch, and how they just decided to proceed just with him lying there dead, or sitting in his seat and across the table, and got his head smashed on that marble ball thing by Sir Criston Cole. In this whole thing, it didn't sit well with Alicent either, because then they started talking about, well, we have to secure Aegon's claim, we have to not only overthrow Rhaenyra, we have to kill her, her family, her children. That's not how Alicent, that's not how she wants to do things going forward. And someone who didn't like how things were going either was the Lord Commander. I actually didn't know that his last name was Westerling, and that's just something that to those of you who maybe haven't read the books, the Westerlings, I think they were bannermen to the Lannisters, or at least they lived in the Riverlands. So I'm pretty sure they were bannermen to the Lannisters, but there was a character called Jane Westerling, and she was the one who ended up marrying Robb Stark, and then all of that happened. But they changed things up in the series. So that's just, made me think of that, the name Westerling. But he ripped off his white cloak, and then he was out of there. It makes me think of also Sir Barristan Selmy and what he did in Game of Thrones, and getting fed up with how they were doing things in King's Landing, and then he defected and went to Daenerys instead. So I hope he's sort of gonna do something like that and gonna go to Rhaenyra. We'll see. And then now Sir Criston Cole, he's gonna become the Lord Commander, or he became the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard. Interesting. He's a character that has also been a big part of this series, but he's also been a little bit in the background in past episodes. So now really stepping up and becoming Lord Commander. But he's still very much loyal to Alicent, and that whole chase there with like finding Aegon, where is he? Because he's not in the castle. What is he out doing? Aemond, he at least, like, he knows about what Aegon has been doing out in the city, so he went with Sir Criston Cole out to find him, and that was what Alicent, you know, ordered them to do that. All the while, Otto Hightower sent out the brothers, Sir Eric and Sir Eric, out to find Aegon in the city. And we've been spending like most of this season with the family, so to say, and we haven't been out much. Like, we haven't really spent a lot of time out in the rest of Westeros, and even just in King's Landing, maybe, like, with the exception of what we saw in episode 4. So I actually really enjoyed that, you know, getting out a little bit and seeing what's going on in the city while they are looking for Aegon, and some horrible shit is going down. Like, that whole fighting ring between children where they file down their teeth and let them grow their nails out so that they could hurt each other even more, like fighting in that ring, and people betting on it. And there were like probably like numerous bastards out there of Aegon's. Like, he has sired several bastards out in the city, and that chase, just trying to find him, it was Eric and Eric who found him first, and that came about because of this whole web of spies going on with the White Worm and all of these children, and she kind of knew where she was and where he was, and was hiding him. And that's something that Otto knew about. Larys definitely knew about it as well. And we've had like also hints at some of this stuff going on just from what we knew it, but it's interesting what Helena has also been saying and doing for several episodes with like catching a spider, and she was in this one embroidering a spider or something, and talking about the beast beneath the boards might have something to do with that. Early on, she also, like, if you listen to what she said back when Aemond, you know, he got that pig and he was humiliated by Aegon and the other kids, and he said he wanted a dragon, but then she sort of mumbled to herself that he's gonna have to close one eye first, and then he loses an eye. So really, yeah, listen to what she's saying, because there's something to it, and I don't know if she's like what they call, probably not a green seer, but has some sort of ability to like not see the future, but like premonitions or something. It's really interesting with her character as well, even though she's in the background a lot. But the brothers, they end up then finding Aegon, and he does not want this at all. He does not want to be king. Does not want this responsibility, and partly also because he knows that his father never wanted that for him, and Viserys has probably never really shown him any love or affection. So Aegon's been craving for that, and it's never gotten it. So he's just been acting out, shall we say. But someone who does want it is his brother, Aemond, because he's been studying, he's been training. Like, he would actually be good at this. I'm still afraid of like what he would do, what sort of king he would become, because we know he can also be pretty damn cruel. But what I'm really interested in seeing now is like what's going to happen with Aegon going forward, and who's going to be able to influence him the most, because that's, you know, what they were fighting over, Alicent and Otto. And as I just mentioned, Otto knew about this web of spies, as did Larys, and that also became a big thing in this episode. I really liked that the White Worm was like, okay, yes, I will tell you where Aegon is, but you have to do something for me. You really have to stop what is going on in this city with all the children and like this fighting ring. You have to remember that. Otto sort of promised her that, but now with what Larys did, yeah, shit, that's probably out the window, and Otto does not have to uphold his promise Because and Larys, man, like he's just, a lot of people have been comparing him to Littlefinger and his ability to just climb that ladder through the chaos. And that is sort of what he's doing. He's been very true to Alicent and been doing whatever the Queen has told him to do, or at least just insinuated that stuff that she wanted, and then he's taken it upon himself to, well, kill his father and his brother there in Harrenhal by burning them, and he employed the same methods here toward when it came to the White Worm. And I take it as, well, she then died, and everyone there died. We didn't really see it. We didn't have any confirmation, but that at least what I think went down. Because he just went back to Alicent again afterwards, after saying that he would help out Otto. Going back to Alicent, telling her about this, and she just whips out her feet because he clearly has a foot fetish, and he was just staring at them through the entire conversation, just touching himself. And I mean, what the fuck, this guy. All the political intrigue and all the scheming going on inside of this episode, it was just so freaking intense, and you never really knew where, like, how things were going to go down. But something that I also found very interesting was, you know, with the brothers, Eric and Eric, with an A and with an E, like they sound very similar, of course. But Eric, with an A, he was the one who was sworn to Aegon, and he sort of knew about him and what sort of person that he is. And all of this, like, it didn't sit well with him either. So he actually ended up, like, not helping his brother out when he was fighting Sir Criston Cole, and he then defected and actually ended up helping out Rhaenys, who was still at King's Landing, and she was just imprisoned, like, in her own room there throughout a lot of the episode, and being like, what the fuck is going on? Alicent went to her, and they definitely had a talk there. But it's also very apparent that this whole thing, like, yeah, it doesn't sit well with Rhaenys either. I do agree with Alicent and what many other people have been saying. She probably should have been queen. She should have ruled instead of Viserys, and this whole story would have been very, very different. But that's not what happened. So Eric got her out of there, and like the same route that we've seen also in that episode 4 when Rhaenyra, you know, went out into the city with Daemon, and then they got out into the city, and all the people were just being herded towards the Dragon Pit, because that's where the Hightowers, you know, they were going to announce that Aegon, he was to be king, and they'd like to do these like big shows, or like big show things, and pompous and all that. So that's what went down, and Rhaenys was actually, I think, you know, sort of happy that things were going in that direction, because she wanted to get to her dragon, and boy, did she. What she then did towards the end after Aegon was crowned, and it also sort of seemed like he was embracing it a little bit more, standing there in front of people. And I get, you know, if you have a whole big fuck off room full of people cheering for you, cheering your name, that will get to you, certainly. But then she just burst up through the floor on her dragon, badass dragon rider, and she could have ended the war right there if she had just said Dracarys and set fire to everyone on that podium. But she didn't do that. And that's also really interesting with her character, because I don't think she wants to be the person who does something like that. And I think she also sort of respects Alicent to a degree. And that's also what she said during that conversation, that Alicent is smarter than she had given her credit for in the past. So she just made a power move, a show of force, and then got the fuck out of there. Now she is most likely gonna fly to Dragonstone and inform Rhaenyra of everything that just went down in this episode. Because things moved really fast. Like, as soon as Viserys died, the shit just hit the fan, and it was a race, and they just wanted to crown Aegon as soon as possible. So, like, not only is Rhaenyra going to receive the news that her father is dead, her beloved father, but also she's been overthrown and Aegon is now king. How is she going to handle that? How is Daemon going to handle that? What are they going to do going forward? I guess this is where we really get into this big civil war between the Greens and the Blacks. But also, because there's infighting just with the Greens alone and between Otto and Alicent. And I really like, because of course I'm not happy that Alicent, you know, took what Viserys said and just, you know, ran with it like that. And it was probably like she's always wanted to hear that. And we thought that, you know, things were finally on the right track when it came to Alicent and Rhaenyra becoming sort of friends again, or at least bridging that gap a little bit. But she heard what she wanted to hear from Viserys, and I also get the confusion there because, yeah, he thought he was talking to Rhaenyra and all of that. But the way she wants to go about things is not with cruelty. It's not by killing Rhaenyra and just putting the entire family to the sword. She wants to go about it in a more peaceful manner. That's not what Otto wants to do. And I guess I also understand where he's coming from, because yes, now there is going to be war. Like, Rhaenyra is definitely not going to bend the knee no matter what. And the realm is going to suffer for it. But yeah, what is the right thing to do? And who do you root for? And I don't fucking know. I'm just here to watch this tragedy unfold. And shit, I don't even know how to talk about this stuff anymore. Because, like, my head is just still spinning from everything that went down in this episode. And I'm going to have to let it sink in even more. It was just freaking crazy all the way through. This show is so damn good. And I'm looking so much forward to the season finale next week, and then of course season 2 when we get that, and the civil war there like really breaks out for real. One last thing though, just when it comes to Aemon and Aegon, I mentioned in the last one that it sort of stuck out to me a little bit that Aemon looks older than Aegon, and I didn't know if that was on purpose or not, but you guys have been telling me in the comments that yes, it is definitely on purpose, and the actor who's playing Aegon is actually older than Aemon, but they've just, you know, been really good with the casting. So yeah, it's supposed to be like that. So I totally get that, and I don't mind it now as much at all. But what did you guys think about this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, please subscribe if you haven't already. Check out that Patreon. And then, yeah, that's going to do it for this reaction and review of House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 9, The Green Council. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you as soon as possible. Bye.